Where exactly are you? The building that you're A1. Well, is there anyone who does know? Guys, glasses.
All right.
The person who knows where you are wears glasses. What, like that?
Okay. Okay. Well, welcome again to Soul Flow Conversations. Um, can't seem to get my intro on the screen, so I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I want to welcome you all right back here, uh, and I hope all of you had a safe Fourth of July. And if you're watching this, it's safe to assume that you did. But thank you so much for uh, let's see here. All right. So thank you guys so much for coming through and sharing some time with us. We're going to be talking about a few things and whatnot. But once again, I'm your host, Dedrick, the Cookie Man. Shortly, I'll be joined by none other than Mrs. Fields, the phenomenal Mrs. Fields, um, and whatnot. And we are going to be discussing a few things, a few topics. And the name of the show is Facts or Fiction, Deciphering the Deceptions of American History. That goes extremely deep and whatnot. So, in the meantime, I would say, um, join in, chime in, and submit your questions or your opinions and stuff like that. We would like to hear them and whatnot. So, first, before we get into all of that, I just want to say, I hope everything is well with you and your families and everything. And I just want to make sure everybody is in a really good mood and whatnot. And speaking of the phenomenal, this is the phenomenal Mrs. Fields who just joined us, ladies and gentlemen. Yes,
Sorry
yes,
for
indeed.
the sorry for my tardiness, but my chickens were across the street in somebody else's yard.
Ooh,
I told them they're gonna end up in the wrong yard.
man. And I got mambo sauce right here. Dude, you better go ahead now.
I be looking crazy as hell out
Yeah.
here chasing
But
chickens around.
so yeah, so we oh Lord. And then that music come on in the background and you figured out where that music coming from because you walking around here chasing chickens and hear that Benny Hill music. Dun, 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 dun. And just when you think you got it, it go then take off again. Yeah, I get it. Mm-hmm. And I better not say too much because I don't know what I'm saying in chickenese. So yeah. So like I said, the title of the show is Facts or Fiction, Deciphering the Deceptions of American History and Culture. A lot of this stuff, basically, what I'm going to be, what we're going to be introducing is basically a lot of the stuff that you thought was facts that turned out to be false. Um, that could be a whole host of things. All the way from you know when the storm is coming and the lightning is going on, it's you're supposed to be still because you might attract the lightning to you or something, or be really really quiet when a thunderstorm is going on. So we just gonna be talking about a plethora of things and whatnot today. Um, if it segues into something else, we'll be talking about that. So it is what it is. All right. But tonight that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna go ahead and do that and whatnot. So um, but one of the first things I know, Jessica, you have heard or excuse me, have seen the videos that's been circulating with Agent Orange asking what's the country? Asking him talking about you speak good English. Where did you learn English or whatever the case is? And I'm just sitting here scratching my head like, why would you ask that man whose countries?
Yeah, I briefly saw it. I didn't. I've been so everywhere today, so. But I did briefly see like a headline about it.
Yeah.
Where their native tongue is actually English, and he asked them, "Where did you learn how to speak English?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen. Sorry. Look, and his name is Trump. You brought his name up, Agent Orange. What, baby? Let me mute so y'all don't have to hear his loud mouth.
It's all right. I'm gonna talk right back to him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be talking that trash to me. Rooster knees.
Watch it. Watch it. That's right. Don't let him talk to you like that, Trump. Tell him about it. Who did it? Who did? Tell me who did it. Was it Dedrick? It was Dedrick, wasn't it? I knew it.
I know you didn't just say that to me. I know you didn't just. You know what? All right, okay. You better be glad your owner is light skinned because I would tell you some things. You hear me? You better be glad. Okay, all right. I'm gonna let you have that. You know what? Game over. It's a wrap. I'm gonna let you have it.
I think he's done. You done?
Oh.
You done now?
No, he gonna say something else.
Okay.
You want to have the last word.
You gonna say one more thing? Tell him. Or you good? Conversation. I know. Just some conversation over. I said what I said. He said what he said, and you heard him.
Oh, all right. He know better. Yeah. He heard what I said. He heard what I said. Yes. Oh! You see what I'm saying? I told you you want to have the last word. I told you.
Good job, baby. Good job.
I told you.
Okay. Now that my introduction is over, I'm the chicken lady.
Oh my God! Wow. I told you you wanted to have the last word. I told you.
Yeah, Trump always does.
Oh gosh.
I named him Trump for a reason. It won't because he was cute.
Well, that's for sure. Lord have mercy.
Oh,
I try.
Okay,
You try to give people a chance, and then that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, that's my introduction for the day.
Right. There ain't no other podcast in the nation got rooster talk going on. None. You know what I'm saying? Not one.
That's why I'm phenomenal.
So, because I love stuff I have been watching. I don't know. Lately I have been watching a lot of these. Can you hear me? Did I go?
Yeah,
out?
You were roboting for a minute. That's why I turned my stuff off.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Well,
I can hear you now.
Looking at all these. Yeah, I was looking at all these weather phenomena, and videos of these Mexicans trying to chase aliens, like how most people they run away from the daggone thing that they don't understand. These Mexicans it was 3 Mexican men and they was running towards it. They were trying to figure out what it was, try to get closer pictures or video or whatever the case is. It was crazy, but I don't know. I was just looking at a whole lot of this stuff with this flooding in Texas and everything, and everybody wanting to point fingers and stuff like that. But I'm just like, you guys are contending with Mother Nature. Like, what are you guys doing? I mean, I don't know how much there would have been that they could have done because of how massive the flooding was in Texas. I don't know how much they could have done. You can warn people, but people would want to stay put, just like in Tornado Alley. People wanted to just stay put and stuff like that for some reason. But I really, all my prayers go out to the families who have lost loved ones and stuff like that, including the girls' school or camp, the girls' camp, and whatnot. So, 'cause I don't think they found any of the girls.
I
But
think they said last there was still like 11 missing, but 21 confirmed dead.
wow.
Yeah. And let me say my piece on that as well. It doesn't matter whether you live in a red state, a blue state, a purple state, a black state. I don't care where you live. Natural disasters, they happen. And I really do hate that some people are taking this and trying to twist it in a way to lay blame to someone when, like you said, you can't really fight Mother Nature, whether they had $1 billion or $10 billion.
Mm-hmm.
They gave out the warnings. That is actually an area that's known for flooding. I did my research. It's flooded at least, I want to say at least 10 times since the 1920s. So it is a flood area. So like when the warnings go out on a Thursday, people, I'm not blaming anybody, but you might want to take heed because it is a actual area of flooding. And it's a tragedy. And now it's what you have flooding in Mexico, you have flooding in North Carolina. We just need to pray for these people and these people and their families, because you never know when you're up on the chopping board next. Life is life. So instead of being hateful about it or saying, "Oh, well, that's what they get for voting red," or "That's what they get for this," and that's not cool at all. But definitely prayers to everybody. Those children, I can't even imagine as a mother, and you're a father as well, sending my kid off to camp and then not being able to pick them back up. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, definitely a lot going on, and we just got to pray. And on that note, I just say the earth is resetting itself. Earth is sick of humans. That's what I've been saying. The earth's sick of humans, and maybe it's resetting itself. I don't know.
And
I'm not God. I'm not nobody except for the phenomenal chicken rooster owner. um, but hey, when you do so much to a planet, eventually it might do some stuff back.
That's for sure. Yeah. I don't know. It's just been, and the craziest part of it is out of every tragedy, you always have that one person or two people who tries to pull negative out of it, out of nowhere. Because there was this one black lady, she decided to point out that the girls' camp, had no black people in it, no Asians or whatever the case is, right? And she was trying to turn it into a race thing until a few of us got in her thread and shut some of that down. Because I'm just like, people have lost their lives. And you sitting here talking about the fact that there ain't no black people in the camp. First of all, there ain't no prerequisite that there has to be black people in the camp. You know what I'm saying? That's a private camp. First of all, they can do whatever they want to do when it comes to that. They can admit whoever they want, all they want.
Well, not
you
only that, I looked it up
what,
because I know
if
he's
they
with
don't
because
have black people in there, that means you just
no, I was just gonna say I looked it up. I look up everything. I swear I'm the worst. I mean, I'm the best, but I'm the worst because I don't believe anything until I see it for myself. And I looked it up, and I think like their white
Mhm.
population to their black population is like 73%. So the white population is 73%. And then,
Mhm.
if I'm not mistaken, the woman, the black woman that got up there, she happens to either have a boyfriend or is married to a white minister.
What?
Yeah, it's all over social media. She was married to
You can't.
I don't know if she was married to him or if it's just her boyfriend. And he's a minister because now, like, he's getting a lot of backlash from his church members because he was with her and she said those things. And my thing is, even, you know what? So what? Okay, maybe you're part of the 27% that lived in that area. Maybe you're not. But did you take your black ass down there and worship with them and break bread with them? No. So shut up. They can invite whoever they want to invite. Y'all didn't want to go. I don't think they ever said black people couldn't go.
Mm-hmm.
Black people chose not to go. You know, and like you said, it's kind of sad that somebody would. And then you have that pediatrician that got fired, the white lady that got
Mm-hmm.
fired for pretty much saying the same thing, like because their parents voted for Trump, presumably, because they don't even know that they pretty much got what they deserved and they fired her. And now that pediatrician office is under fire because even though they fired her, they're still kind of like, oh my God, like you employed somebody like that. You know, so it's not just black women or black people, it's white folks too that will just take something
Like, how would you
so
say?
tragic.
How would you shape your lips to say that they got what they deserve? These are girls that lost their lives. They ain't got nothing to do with that.
They can't even vote.
It's just unreal to me. I'm just like, right, what's wrong with y'all? Like,
Yeah,
y'all just kind of y'all try to gaslight any kind of way y'all can.
right. Yeah, that's not cool at all. I told I think I made a post on my page. If you feel that way, please do
But
me the favor.
like
Unfriend me.
no, it's not
Unfriend. If you feel that way,
cool.
unfriend me. Block
Right.
me, unfriend me. Because I don't need nobody like that in my energy. Because anybody that's just pure evil.
Nope. Yep.
I don't care what race you are, who you voted for, what pronouns you use, your sexual orientation. Children lost their lives. People lost their
Yep.
lives. You
I
know.
was just on one of my in my one of my sports groups, and they were talking about, because of course my team is the most hated team in the nation, but and you know, they were talking about our quarterback. He needs to get a season career ending injury so he can make way, but they can make way for this other quarterback. I was like, are you listening to yourself? Why would you wish harm on another human being like that?
Mm-hmm.
He's done nothing to you. You just got all this blind hate for no reason. Like, what is wrong with you?
The
I
world,
I
I'm
mean, like,
telling
some people are just so miserable.
you. Yep. Yep. You take tragedy. Yeah, that wasn't cool at all.
It's crazy.
That wasn't cool. But yeah,
Yeah.
you know, prayers out to everybody, anybody because I think it's like I said, Mexico, North Carolina. There's like 13 states that have reported flooding.
Hmm.
You know, and I don't know if you saw the clip of like where they were talking about seed clouding. The CEO of a seed clouding um, company stated that they had just done seed clouding a few days before that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much truth it is to it. You know, I don't. Everything is plausible to me until proven not plausible. but whether by hand or by nature, it's still a tragedy either way. And I pray for everybody. I really do.
Well, one thing I will say is that I do know that creating clouds is an actual real thing. I saw the machine do it, and it actually those clouds produce rain clouds too. They
Oh
produce
yeah, no,
rain as well.
I know that they exist, but you kind of have that good versus evil when it comes to that. Because you have some
Mhm.
people that do it for areas of drought, who actually need the water. And then with anything that powerful, then you have people that may use it for not so good intentions.
Right.
So I do get it. You have people like farmers and, people in desert areas and they can't grow crops and food. And so they use it for that. So when it's used for that, I can get it. But I do understand that if the wrong person gets their hands on it, they could use it for something more nefarious.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I don't know. It's just so much that's been going on. Everything from the cloud seeding to the chemtrails to in Texas, it's been raining blue rain, like literally blue rain, like the hue that our labels are on the screen. The rain was that color, which is
I saw that.
crazy to me.
Yeah, I saw that.
So yeah, and that's disturbing because I don't think I've ever seen blue rain before. Like what blue rain?
And I
That's
do
crazy.
witchy stuff, so I collect rain a lot, rainwater,
Hmm.
especially on the first moon, stuff like that. Like I actually collect
Hmm.
rain. I can
Oh,
honestly say
okay.
I've never seen blue rain, but I
Yeah, I
don't
don't think.
discount that it happens.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen anything on the East Coast that said anything about Blu-ray. I've always seen the videos of it from Texas,
Hmm.
and stuff like that, which is weird. But again, I don't know. It's just weird. Like the weather just continues to get weirder and weirder.
Hmm.
Yeah, and a lot of people are still videoing things that are extremely super strange. So the mirror. He was videoing the mirror, and there was something in the mirror, um, and whatnot, which is crazy. That was just crazy. And then as he kept videoing the room and stuff like that. How you doing, Maurice? Welcome to the stage.
Doing all right. How we doing, yo?
So I'm sleepy. I'm tired and sleepy. That's what I am.
You better wake up.
But
Hi, Maurice.
Oh, look at that sweet voice. I love it. Let's see how long before it changes. You'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
and 5,
I,
4, 3, 2, and you're on.
Trump, cock-a-doodle doo.
there it is. Yeah,
See,
no. I
there
think
it is. There.
I think the phenomenal miss. I see you lost your humility here. What's going on with this title here? Lost a little bit of that humility right there. That's all right. I'm gonna have to humble her right up again. We won't do that, don't we?
Yeah, we just discussing some random stuff, occurrences and stuff like that, and of course, the title is Facts of Fiction. We're in here just trying to decipher some of the deceptions of American history, culture, just things that we've seen. Even what is something that you remember when you were a little kid or you were growing up, and you were told, and then you grow up and you figured out that it was not even remotely true. Like, we're just talking about all of those type of things within those realms,
No,
and
I
stuff
got
like that.
two
So
two good. I got two pivotal moments of my history. that
Okay.
really changed my outlook on everything. The first one was the Tuskegee experiments.
Oh wow, yeah.
And they actually taught me that in school. You know, I heard people weren't even taught that in school. And once I saw that, and they were like, and I was like, so the government ran this? The government knew about this? Everybody knew about this? And they let that junk rock. I was like, all right. That started my realm of skepticism. Oh man, these kids. Hey!
Oh, my
Yeah,
stepson's still there.
yeah, they're gonna be here for a while.
All right.
But yeah, that started my road to skepticism. I was like, oh, I don't believe none of y'all no more. And then in my early adulthood, I came upon Black Tulsa. Tulsa, Black, what is it? Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Black Wall Street, and all that stuff that happened with
Yeah.
that. Oh my god! I was just like, why y'all hiding this? Why y'all not teaching this? Why is this not in common circulation? Yep. This is information for everybody to know. The funny part is if they stopped burying it, it wouldn't be a problem. But the fact that they're hiding this means they don't want to learn from it, and they just want it to like disappear. And I'm good. So those were my two very pivotal moments where I'm like, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill him.
I think my biggest one. And me and Dedrick talk about it all the time. He already know what I'm about to say. I think my biggest one is when I finally, as an adult, watched the moon landing.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I felt so stupid for believing that mess.
Well,
I think that was my biggest one that then started to say, well, if they would lie about that, well, then what else are they lying to me about? And then that opened a whole nother. I got so many tinfoil hats. I should get stopped in aluminum foil.
Well, I mean, I'm with you. I'm with both of y'all on those things, because those are some really, really eye-opening discoveries. Because like I was telling Jessica a while back, I've been down these rabbit holes for a minute. And the interesting thing is when you reveal this stuff to people, the reactions are extremely swift, and they looking at you like you're crazy. And I'm like, hold up, I'm just open-minded. I consider all things, because none of us know all things. I don't give a crap if you were in the military and you don't believe this and that and the third. Do you really believe that they're going to tell you everything, even though you're a soldier? No, they're not going to tell you everything. I don't care if you were in the military. You're not going to be privy to everything. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, they're going to lie you to your face, because it's going to be on a need to know basis.
I was going to say, as a veteran, I can guarantee you, when we went on our little missions, nobody gave us details. They just said, march that way 12 miles. Yep. Sleep here. Dig a hole here.
Shoot there.
Shoot that. Shoot there. Shoot that. They didn't give you a whole... I mean, unless you're like a top 12-star general.
Yeah.
You're not privy to that information.
As needed. Oh, I just remembered another one that swayed me. Now, when y'all think of World War II, who was the main bad guy?
Uh-oh.
You said two?
Yeah. World War II, who were the bad guys?
You talking about Hitler?
Hitler and Germany, right? That's what I think. But then again, there was another one that kind of joined or forced America to join, right? Who was that? Who forced America to join the World War II campaign?
Russia.
No,
Who?
Pearl Harbor.
Eh. Well, Russia too, though. 'Cause Russia
Oh,
and
you talking
America
about
work
Japan?
together.
Japan,
So
Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, and that's what kind of drugged us out into the war and made it our problem, supposedly, as the story goes, you know. But nobody ever talks about everything that Japan was doing. What do y'all know about what Japan was doing in World War II? That we ended up having to bomb them with the nuclear bomb, the first and only use of the nuclear bomb in our history.
I can honestly say I don't know. I just know more. I know more about the Germany
Yeah, you
and
talking about
Russia and America
you talking
in
about
that time.
What you say, Dedrick?
yeah, you talking about Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Well, that's how we retaliated, right? But they was doing something way before that. So these guys, the Japanese, they was over in Japan. I mean, they were over in China trying to take over China. And they was over there. You want to talk about massacring, slaughtering? There's actually a thing called the Rape of Nanking. There's a city called Nanking. And they went there and they did exactly that up in Nanking. They was taking babies out of bellies, putting them on pikes. They said the rivers ran red with blood.
I did hear something about that. You're right.
It was.
It's just not. It's not talked about as much.
It was as horrible, if not as brutal, as the Holocaust. Nobody ever talks about it. And the Japanese, they were over there trying to, and there was like parts of cannibalism that was happening over there too. They was eating them. There was doing like head chopping contests. Like it was horrific. But I didn't hear about that until I got to college. So you know, there was a lot of stuff. If you wait for them to spoon feed you, they ain't gonna feed you nothing.
Well, I mean, I think that, and this is let me be very clear. This is my opinion from reading, researching, and just coming to my own conclusions. I'm not saying what I'm saying is true, but there's a lot of things that they taught us in history that isn't history at all. It's just what they want us to know. Now, I get a lot of flack for this, because, especially being half German, I don't believe the Holocaust happened the way it happened. I'm not saying it did not happen and that there were not bad things done. But I don't believe that it happened exactly the way that they teach us. And guess what? I don't believe that slavery happened exactly the way that they taught us either. I believe that a lot of Black people who are here were actually already here. Now, that's not to say that nobody was brought from Africa. Please don't confuse my words. But I think that they teach us things that kind of keep us oppressed or enslaved, and they're not teaching us the true history of anything, really. I mean, hell, they're still teaching that Christopher Columbus came and discovered America. I mean, if they're still teaching that, we all know that's not correct. Because you can't discover something. That's like Maurice coming to my house and putting his feet up on my couch, talking about, oh, this is a nice house. Look at this house I discovered. No, you didn't discover this house. We was living here already.
No, I'll have to take some contention with that. I thought you were going to go a different way with the whole Christopher Columbus thing. But you have to, like, discover. Like if I dug a hole in my backyard and I found some gold, would I be outside logic to say I discovered gold in my backyard?
Well,
No.
So just because something's there, discover, the word discover means you found something that you didn't know was there. Right? People tend to put this ridiculously heavy weight on the word discover. Like it means like they invented it. Like nobody knew that was there. Not nobody in that common circle of the European zeitgeist knew the whole Americas, those two giant continents, and some of those islands were over there. They didn't know it. They didn't know what was over there.
okay, but hold on. Let me counter that because, okay, so let's say you discover my house, right? Let's say nobody's home. And then me and Billy come home. And we're like, wait a minute, but this is our home. Well, I discovered the home, so now it's my home. No, it's not your home. It's my home. We own it. We've been here. We paid a mortgage. It's my home. Just because I wasn't home when you happened to stumble across this house doesn't mean that you automatically get to lay claim to my house because I wasn't home.
I agree. I agree with that sentiment. The issue with the difference would be that a house, it didn't just grow out of the ground. We know houses don't build themselves. Whereas when you walk, where the way that the Native Americans settled this land, it looked like wilderness. It looked no different than wilderness. There was no way anybody would have seen anything until you realize, oh, here, there's people that live here and there's natives that live here. Fine, that's fine. But it's not like it like coming from that European mindset, it wasn't settled.
How you doing, Morphine?
Hey,
How you feeling today?
Morphine.
Welcome
What's
to
up?
the stage.
Hey everybody! Oh wait, I'm sorry. My mic sound crazy.
She was in
Like
surround sound. You heard that?
yeah, I was like, hold on, wait.
She was in the studio singing it up. That's what she was doing.
I was.
Hey, beautiful sis.
Hey, honey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Am I coming off too loud? Do I need to turn my mic down too?
No,
we
you
like
good.
that raspy
Not
sexiness.
fine to me.
That raspy sexiness. We need it. We like it.
Can y'all hear me?
Oh, what's wrong with my voice, Maurice?
Or I
It's
can't
too
hear
rough.
y'all now. What is
I
up with
told
this
you,
audio thing?
It's too niggerish. You gotta calm it down.
Let me see something.
I like
Oh,
how.
no.
Well, no.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That would be one word I never
No,
use.
hold on. I gotta explain myself. The first time I ever heard Jessica's voice, I was like, yo, you don't sound anything like what you look like. And she's like, I know. People say I sound niggerish. So that's the only reason I answered that way.
Oh man.
It's
Oh,
okay because
man.
I get it from everybody, so I expect it. It's okay. I'll take that one. That's why I keep telling y'all, like when we talk about profiling and people be like, oh, you light skinned, you got that light skin privilege. I'll be like, shoot, if I get pulled over, as soon as I open my mouth, they be like, oh, you almost had us. Almost had us.
Oh, we caught it.
You getting this damn ticket. I be trying to put on my little proper voice and everything, and it just seeps out. I'm like, damn it.
10-4. We got a chameleon over here. She trying to play it act like she white. We got her. They using some type of skin bleach hair products right now. We got it. We gotta be careful now. We gotta be careful.
I'm sorry, y'all. I've been having I couldn't hear y'all. Audio problems.
You good?
Yeah, it's okay because it's the same thing that's been going on all night because it's been off and on, back and forth. So you ain't by yourself.
Yeah, I went on my my Wi-Fi. I figured it was a connection issue because my microphone is fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I could turn
Yep.
my
Yep. Yep.
microphone down a little bit. That'd be nice. What is the topic, people? What is the topic? I missed 40 minutes of the show. I'm late as usual.
Well, we've been just Well, we were rambling, kind of talking about well, basically it says fact or fiction. We're deciphering the deceptions of American society and history. However, we were just talking about things that we believed to be true to later find out that they just absolutely weren't true. Um,
Oh, give me an
Jessica mentioned
example.
Jessica Jessica mentioned the moon landing. Maurice mentioned. Tell her what you mentioned, Maurice.
No, I didn't
Good
really mention
Lord,
stuff
what did
that
he
didn't happen.
mention?
No, I didn't mention stuff that didn't happen. It was just stuff that they kind of tried to hide from us, like oh my god, I keep forgetting Black Wall Street and
Yeah,
um, the Tuskegee experiments, and then the rape of Nanking was another one I mentioned.
I wonder in another like, what is it next year? Because some more stuff, get dropped every what? They gotta wait 10 years, however, like the little statute of limitation goes when they do F
Oh, it's due
stuff and they
now.
drop it. So yeah, I
Yeah.
wonder what we're gonna learn in a couple of months that they did back in
Well,
1999 or seven or well, would it be the 2000s when we start learning about that?
Zay, are you
well,
guys
yeah,
learning
yeah. They already released.
about 9/11 in school?
I'm gonna learn about.
Yeah, they're already teaching 9/11. So
All right, so we should get
But what are
like
but what are they teaching though?
yeah, what are
I
they
was gonna
What
teaching?
are
say,
they
what are
saying?
they teaching
listen, they're
about?
teaching some Al Qaeda air suicide bombers blew up the thing. They're not gonna teach anything else other
Oh,
than that.
the typical
Yeah,
lies. Okay, I got
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
They
But
gotta tell you that
yeah,
jet fuel burns those steel things,
yeah,
and the buildings
yeah, and
when
weakens the
buildings
whole
fall,
102-story building. Yeah,
yeah,
when buildings fall, they fall straight down. Right,
yeah.
that's how they fall. They don't fall over. Everything in nature falls over, but buildings they fall straight down.
right.
Well, and I
Because
mean, so, but
clearly,
that's the thing is that and that's why like a lot of times when people talk about, for example, oh, they're trying to take CRT out of schools. I actually don't have a problem with that,
I,
because they don't teach it. They don't teach Black history anyways. They don't teach truth. They
yeah,
really don't.
the whole 1619 project was supposed to teach that.
So you don't mind
Going
them taking it
on.
out of schools because they're not teaching the truth?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
true. We want truth.
well, for me, yes, because I teach my children truth. I
Well,
teach my children raw truth.
can we go across like a lot of different other things they could take out besides Black history that ain't it? It's not the truth.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, they should teach
Let's take that
reading.
shit out first, and
Yeah,
then
I'm
be
saying
let Black
they could
history be
teach
last.
reading, writing, math, science, civics,
reading, writing, math, right?
So what history gets
everything
like
else.
social studies
We gotta teach
history?
history.
And don't need it.
I don't know.
You don't need history.
You got
Not
yeah,
if
you
they're
got.
not going to teach it right. If they're not going to teach it right, then no.
I don't know about that.
It might be.
That's
It
just
might
my
You
be.
know
opinion.
why? You know why I don't know about that? Because history is a touchy subject for society. They done revised it throughout no matter what society you go around across the country. Whatever ruler came in at that time, they probably changed some things. So I don't think that it's wise to not teach at least a synopsis of what history is. Cause like, how
Again,
you gonna teach about presidency if you don't teach about history?
Yeah, you got to teach history.
Yeah.
You got to teach
yeah,
history. But I think
I just,
there's certain topics or certain subjects or certain historical facts that you want to leave for a later age. You don't want to teach that at a young age. Like, you want to teach the young kids about the presidents that came through, the country. You want to teach them about civics, how the government works. But like certain historical events, you might want to stay off of it
Why?
And that's what I'm
until
saying.
they're older.
Well,
Until
here's
they're
the thing.
older.
Here's the thing.
But why?
But
Like,
here's the
why are
thing,
you
though.
making
Let
these
me
kids so
let me
sensitive?
answer why. Let me answer why.
They're gonna be like mad sensitive when they learn some shit. Like they're gonna.
No, because certain things are just not just like the sex talk. You don't have a sex talk when they're until they're at a certain age, a certain level of maturity to understand.
But we talking about history though.
To understand that there's perspective to history. Like history, just now, if it, depending on who writes about what happened the summer of 2020, you're gonna get two very distinct things. So history is supposed to pull out just the facts and present the facts, and then you're supposed to look at it and kind of interpret it the best way you know how to. Right?
History means history, his story. And the story may change 99 different times. So, that's the whole point. Like there is an American history, and then if you go to crime, like if you go to let's say China might teach American history totally different. So I think that puts our children like at a disadvantage as a country.
Look at it.
Please keep in mind that what I said is that if they're not going to teach the correct history, then keep it out of there. And kind of like Maurice just said, using 2020 for an example, some people will teach that, staying 6 feet and getting booster shots and COVID shots was the best thing ever. And then you'll have another side of history that'll say, well, no, that was stupid and that shouldn't have happened and XYZ. So if we're not just teaching the raw truth about history, then just leave it alone and teach them how to balance a checkbook, teach them how to make a business, how to read, how to write, do a resume, whatever it is.
But all that
actually
has
benefits
history.
them to life.
All that has history. If you teaching them checks and balance, that shit has a history. If you teaching your kids stocks, that shit has everything has
Morphine.
an origin
So for example,
to learn from.
Okay, hold on real quick, Maurice, and because we all have kids here. So have you ever helped your kid with a project for history? And
yes.
He had to know something or she had to know something about somebody you hadn't even heard of, and they needed to know what date they died on the battlefield, who his name was, who his brother was, who his mama was, and for what? He's never going to use that again. He's never going to need that again. He just needs it to pass the particular test according to the standardized testing of the state of wherever you live, to the curriculums. He's not going to use that ever again. Now, if you're teaching true history, then yes, if you want to teach how many presidents there are, what their names were, teach how the Constitution works, how the Declaration, the things that run this nation, and even with other countries, those types of history lessons I can get down with. But if you're just going to teach them things that aren't even going to benefit them in life, I don't see the point.
I think knowing who made, like, kids in elementary school learn like who made peanut butter, who was the first inventor of the AC unit. That's the things they learn when it's coming down to history. It might go along with a little science project too. Like history and science definitely collided with each other a lot. And I think with Americans is we figured that the more we can desensitize some shit. Desensitize. Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. The more we can desensitize some things, the better it is, because this nation and most nations are very prejudiced about what they want to teach as a board curriculum. No matter if you're in a elementary, no matter if you're in a university, they are very strict of what the curriculum they want to teach and what they want the people to learn. So I get that, but I do not get the whole taking everything out that you think or opinion wise think is not being taught the right way because it's PG-13 and not rated R.
I mean,
Well, I got a
Well, I
teacher
mean,
here
and
for you.
that's what I said. I think you weren't hearing us when we were saying like we're just talking about certain things that are probably only age appropriate. Like I was talking about the rape of Nanking. Rape of Nanking is horrific. You shouldn't be teaching sixth graders this stuff. It's not it won't serve any purpose other than to unnecessarily traumatize them and prepare them for nothing because it's just a bunch of stuff that they haven't learned that people could even do yet. Now all of a sudden it's like hurling them into a war zone, right?
I don't think I learned that in as a
Yeah, I know. It
teacher.
was one of those things I learned in college, which was it was irritating for me to find out about it in college, but I don't know if I would have dealt with it more appropriately in high school.
Yeah, that's something I got 9 times out of 10 in the end of middle school, like my 8th grade year or something like that.
Yeah. So maybe it would have been appropriate because the rape of Nanking was akin to the Holocaust that happened in China from Japan, and they taught us about the Holocaust, no problem. I guarantee you, everybody in the whole entire United States learned about the Holocaust and
Probably.
I don't know anybody that doesn't know about that story, right?
Right.
and
But
one name in
something
particular,
similar was
Anne Frank.
yeah. Anne Frank, Eli Wiesel, everybody knows these books, you know. Um, but when it comes to what Japan was doing, which was akin and pretty close to like this ethnic cleansing, um,
Yeah, I remember that.
genocidal type stuff that was happening in Japan, we hear nothing about it, right?
But
So,
they don't not teach their children that though.
are you talking about Japanese?
Well, the Asian culture as a whole, they do not teach their children
No,
the
they don't.
traumas of their history. Like they do not teach, and I don't even know what age that shit begins. I do know for sure is would be considered an inappropriate age as an American. I would think that because outside of America, children are not treated like little delicate flowers and things.
I don't know.
So real quick before I lose him, because y'all know, he don't be sticking around too long. And
Come
since
on
we
now,
on the topic of teaching, I want to hand it over to the
the teacher.
Mr. Phenomenal teacher, Mr. Billy Fields.
All right, Professor, lay down the lesson. Lay
Hey,
down
what's
the
going
lecture.
on, y'all?
What's going on? What's going on?
Billy, just agree with me, Billy, because
That's that's
So
what she
what
is.
is it? What is it?
She gonna keep talking unless someone says, "Yeah, you're right." Yeah, you're
I
right.
ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let him talk.
Go ahead, rock, Mr. Fields, rock.
So, what do you think are things that should be taught in the schools? What do you think are things that are bullshit that don't need to be taught in school? Pretty much in a nutshell.
Well, I would definitely scratch history on fire. I would scratch it. I would say math, English, science, and econ personal finance.
So my question with
You said
econ
you would.
personal finance isn't it the history? How do you teach that without the history of economics and civilizations?
Well, I teach econ personal finance. And what I talk about is what's going on in the present day,
Mm-hmm.
what's going on, paying attention to what's going on around you. So
Mm-hmm.
when there may be inflation,
Mm-hmm.
interest rates going up and stuff like that, paying attention to those economic indicators so you know what to do with your money. So they know how to invest their money, how to save their money, have a budget. Because a lot of the kids now don't know what to do once they get out of high school. They're lost. They get out, they don't know anything about writing a check. They don't know anything about a budget. They just know how to spend money. That's it. They just blow money. That's it.
So
They don't know the difference between needs and wants. They blow their money on wants and go broke behind it. They can't control their money. Like the average move out age in the United States right now is 28.
the average what?
The average move out age in the United States is 28. People aren't moving out of their parents' house until they're 28. That's like the average.
Is that necessarily a bad thing?
Yes.
It's
For
horrible.
boys, for men, yes.
It's horrible.
For
It's
boys to
too
men.
much coddling going
For
on.
boys, well, they're men now. 28 years old, you're a man. That's what I said. From boys to men, that's bad.
It's horrible.
It's not bad in the sense because I know. You know, I probably shouldn't be putting words in your mouth, but usually the argument for why kids should stay home longer or should be allowed to stay home longer is because it's hard out there, and they you get to compound
I wasn't
the
even
income.
thinking about it like that. I was thinking about the more income in one household. I'm more
That's what I was
thinking
just
about
about to
like
say.
how the other
You get to
other
compound the
cultures
income
may
into
live.
one area. Yeah, and so you pull your income and you pull your resources into one space,
To one house,
area.
yeah, to one space in one area.
That's-
It's more like a building of
But
economics.
what he's talking about is not that's not that situation. We're talking about 30-year-old men mooching off their single
Yeah,
mom at home.
yeah, baby.
That's
I got
that's
that.
the
That's why
problem.
I was asking for
Yeah.
understanding.
That's
Which
the
one are we
issue.
talking about? Like,
I mean, that's the issue though. I mean, you got grown men living at their parents' house playing video games all day. They don't have a job.
Mom, where's my chicken nuggets?
Yeah, exactly. When you cooking dinner, mom? Yeah, nah, you gotta go.
can we put a caveat on that though? It's not about that you gotta go because you're 28 years old and you're a man and you should be outside your mom's house. Like that's not the caveat. The caveat is you're comfortable and the living of not being an adult in your mom's house, and that's not something we Americans have. It's an issue with Americans and like individualism in that part. Because in other continents, that 28-year-old would have had like 3 or 4 jobs by then. Like that's a lot of income in one household.
That's if that was happening.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's the issue. That's not happening. So that's the caveat.
Yeah, the issue with like again now I'm gonna speak like boys and men's language here. Boys need to go into life and experience it. I always say boys learn things through their body. Girls can learn things through just having a conversation. But boys really need to learn life through their body. They need to experience it. So if you're sitting in your mom's basement or wherever and you're not experiencing life and going through it, you become useless very quickly. It's hard to you get
I
very
just think about it differently.
Because you're not a boy. I'm speaking to.
I'm a boy mom though.
I know.
So I
That's why
just
you
think,
need to
and
know
it's
this.
not even a boy thing. I just think about the whole. I could like the whole leaving the. To me, I'm gonna just say it like this: would Mrs. Fields have that the acres of land? The things I would do with that throughout my generations. I think it's space that they need, that any man needs is space. You don't have to live 3-4 states away to get that. You just need space.
See, the biggest mistake you can do with young boys is to hand them something that they didn't have to work for. What you're talking about is handing them stuff. They've got to plot out their own route. And then if that's what they want, they'll plot it out in their mom's space or whatever. And then they'll create that space. But
that's
if you sit there, if you sit there and you hand it to them, I promise you, they will not have the official amount of gratitude or drive to work out that vision that you have.
See, this is the thing I don't like about Black people, and I'm going to say this. When it comes down to inheritance, we think it's a handout. And there's no type of discipline that comes with that inheritance that you grow up with, you are raised with. Like I'm sure all them kids in the Miss Phil's house know how to do the duties when it comes down to handling the animals. If they had a fucking ranch, I'm sure every one of them kids would know how to at least do something to help maintain that ranch. I just think that the way that we think about nuclearisms is really small and micro compared to the bigger picture of building a village.
But here's the thing too, real quick. I think another problem with the black nuclear family or the black when it comes to passing down things, it's been proven time and time again that as soon as somebody dies and grandma done left the house, what's the first thing they do? They sell it.
They sell it.
If they leave them some land, they sell
They
it.
sell it.
They
That's
leave
an
the
American
furniture.
thing, though. That's not a
They,
black
they
thing.
they donate it to Goodwill because it's old furniture. They don't want that furniture. I don't want that mess. That's old. I have a table. Matter of fact, right behind Billy. Hold on.
I
Who's
disagree.
that?
I disagree. We don't keep it. We got the black people that are hoarders, and we got the black people that are not. They will get rid of everything and all things. But go ahead.
Let me make a point. Right behind Billy, I don't know if you can see it. There's it's an old mail desk. Whose was that?
That was Grandpa George's.
And who is Grandpa George?
My great granddad.
I got tables. I got all type of stuff. I have a bed from his grandmother in my attic that I won't get rid of.
I'm trying to tell you, every black family has that stuff.
No, they don't.
No, you know
That's
what?
crazy. I don't. All right. So I would say I'd never experienced a black family that didn't have
this younger
this stuff.
generation. I'm talking about this younger generation. As soon as they say, "Oh, grandma such and such died," or "Grandpa died," and they're like, "Okay, well, you get the house. Well, I don't want to live there. Well, let's sell it because we can make money off of it." And the first thing they do is they go sell it
because there's no connection there, baby. Like the connections like that is passed down.
Well, but that's their problem because guess what?
That's their parents' problem. That's their parents' problem. Their parents didn't give them that.
No, this goes
so
back
they
to
wouldn't have that.
This goes back to the concept of goes back to the concept of ownership.
Hold on, Mari. Hold on, Mari.
No, Billy wanted to say something.
Okay. Billy was trying to say something.
Oh no, you're correct. It does go back to parenting. Look at what we have right now in this world. You talk about education. It all goes back to poor parenting. Parents have fumbled.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of parents have fumbled. And when I sit in the classroom, I can pick out the kids who have sorry parents based on the children.
Facts.
90% of the time. Every now and then I make a mistake. I'm like, okay, all right. But 90% of the time, if I got a kid that comes to school every day and acts crazy every single day and is disrespectful every single day, I'm like, I don't even want to meet your parents. I tell the kid that to his face. I don't even want to meet your parents. You get in trouble every day and nothing changes about you. Nothing changes. A lot of parents have just fumbled. Their hands off. They let the kids do what they want to do. They want to be their friends. That's what they want to do. They want to be their friends. And that's why stuff is going downhill. Parents don't do what they're supposed to do. Families aren't familying like they're supposed to anymore.
Yeah. And that's not the millennials. That's like the Generation X, not all, fumble like tremendously. So a lot of millennials don't have that value to that thing right above Billy's head. Like that is inherited value. It's inherited. Just like inheritance, you inherit that value. So if your parents didn't put that value in certain things or certain anything, it don't even matter certain things because it could be a teapot. Like every fucking little old thing that she sees from that point, because she valued that teapot, that child was going to value all that old shit. And I'm just telling you from a mom that valued all that old shit. Because don't let me get a tea glass that great grandmom had in one of my cousin's house, and they talking about throw it away. Like
you're dancing around the concept. You're dancing around the concept of ownership, like I was trying to say. Everybody's dancing around this concept of ownership. You're using words like value and important. It's this concept of ownership and what it means to actually own something. I remember I was watching this video about this African dude that said that in his language or in the language that they don't have a word for maintenance. So that means that a very concept of maintenance doesn't exist in their culture, right? I'm not saying that's what it is in America here, but it's almost as if there is no concept of maintenance or ownership. When you own something, there's a certain amount of care and so that's also why it's important that like the kids need to leave the house so they understand what ownership is. They don't own anything in your house. I told my kids a long time ago. I remember I bought them toys. I told them straight up, this toy is my toy. I'm letting you use it. The day you start acting up, I'm taking my toy back. But it's my toy. And then it's not until they start earning their own money, getting paid for work, and they understand that when they buy it, they own it. It's theirs. Nobody can take it from you unless someone steals it. And then what that level of awareness of what's yours and what you need to care for is an important concept that can't be just taught through words. You gotta work the hours. Like you know what it is when you work the hours and then you gotta spend your paycheck on something. Like you're not gonna let people mess with that any which way. That's yours.
Mr. Billy, what do you feel
here's
about what Maurice said or Dedrick? Like one of y'all two. Dedrick, you was talking. You want to go first?
Okay, so my thing is when we're talking about history, we're talking about like Billy had touched on it too. Like you got severe lack of financial literacy, and a lot of the times it's not your parents' fault because they were never taught that. It's traditional ignorance is what I call it. So if you don't know what to instill in your children about proper financial literacy, financial responsibility, and stuff like that, they're gonna go through life being financially ignorant.
Right.
You can kick a child out when they turn 18. But what have you armed that child with, right?
Right.
So you got now you telling that child to go out and figure it out. But what are you arming that child with? You can't go out there and protect and shield your child or be your child's friend, and you're not being a parent. Like Billy was saying, there's a lot of neglect when it comes to a lot of these parents because they too busy trying to be their child's club buddy. They too busy trying to be their child's friend.
Did
First of
somebody say
all,
competitor?
that child has a
Did somebody say
lifetime.
competitor?
That child has a lifetime of
No,
having
not a
friends.
competitor.
Some compete with their children.
I'm not one of them.
No, it's a
I'm somebody who
companion.
can come and
They're looking for a companion
I'm
in their
one.
child in this situation that he's talking about. Go ahead, Dedrick.
I'm one who you can come to confide in. I'm one who's going to give you the truth at every turn. I'm one who's going to protect you if you're in the right and you need protection. I'm not going to blindly protect you because life is about consequences too. When you make certain decisions, you have to deal with those consequences. Going back to what I said at the beginning, when we're talking about history, you have to arm each other, people, our family, our kids with history. Because if the school system is taking history, the right history, the accurate history out of the school system, because we already all of us know we've already been lied to. Most of our lives we've been lied to. So as adults, we've been going down these rabbit holes, discovering truth, deciphering what is fact, what is fiction, and stuff like that, based off of what is logical to see. There are things that we'll never know for sure. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to history and stuff like
Billy,
that,
I'm
we
gonna
got to
get to
make
you. You
sure
can stop making them faces though. Yeah, like he gotta stop. Like, but go ahead, Dedrick. You're next, but you gotta stop
I
making them
agree with
faces.
that.
that's all I'm saying.
I agree with that.
When it comes to history, we got to make sure we know what history we are instilling in our kids, so that they know the truth. For me, if the age in which I impart certain history into my child, it depends on the understanding or the comprehension that that child is, because every child don't comprehend at the same level. So every child that you have to gauge that child to see if they can handle a certain particular truth, and then you
Right.
tell them that particular truth when it seems like they can decipher, or not decipher, but they can comprehend certain things at a certain level. So you just don't pour everything on the child. You don't do that. You just got to gauge when it's going to be the appropriate time. But I feel like
Right.
we need to tell our kids, like Mari said about Black Wall Street. A lot of people, we weren't taught that in school. I learned that when I got older and was pissed off.
Yeah, but I also
You know,
learned the history of Black Wall Street, the history of stocks and things like that. Like I learned about Michael Kors stock before I learned what a stock was. Like so I the history of certain things I don't think should be taken out. But I want to go to Brother Billy and get his thoughts. Sorry for taking over your shit.
Okay. So you want to get my thought on the history part?
No. Maurice was had a talking point, and brother Dedrick was responded to that. Maurice, do you remember what your talking point was?
Yeah, no, it's on the concept of ownership and what it means to make sure
Own-
you instill that concept of ownership. And
Ownership.
to instill
Yeah,
that
I mean,
concept of ownership, it can't be just sit down, let's have a conversation what it means to own something.
He think
right.
that you got to go out there and
No,
figure
don't
that.
say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
I'm
I
going to
said
say
I said
No, I mean,
you can't just
ownership.
learn ownership by sitting down having a conversation about it.
I gotta say that so you can elaborate.
No,
Go
ownership
ahead.
is ownership is important, but like I said, to really understand ownership, you have to see it. You have
You
to
gotta
see
live
it.
it. You gotta live it.
Yeah, yeah, and
No,
then
seeing and living it is two different things.
Nah.
We're
you
not
gotta
going to
see
make
it
that
first,
synonymous to each other.
because when you see it, then you can act. You see it, and you say, I can do this. I can obtain this. Um, and
mhm.
guess what? And then some people might not see it. They see other people have it. They see other people have, but what do they see around them? And that goes back to what Dedrick said. That generational brokenness. It's hard to get past it if you don't see it.
Hmm.
For example, I use my family.
Okay. Use
Yeah,
your family because I think you about to agree with me. But go ahead.
yeah.
So let me make a quick example.
No, don't
No,
disagree.
no, real quick. No, because
Because he
he's right
was.
here. No, he's here too. Because we were together when this happened. I remember when we first bought this house, right? And he said, "Okay, well, we're gonna go and walk the land because I want to see where the markers are, so we can see where our land begins and ends." And
Uh-huh.
we didn't have Monica at that time, but the boys went with us. It was beautiful. It was just, oh my God, it was just great. And we're walking the
Girl,
lanes, we're finding these
girl,
markers.
don't go
And
into details of how the land look.
and and I remember I started crying, not like boohoo crying, but I just had a couple of tears in my eyes, right?
Jessica,
She
And the
said,
boys looked at me.
take out the
The
fat.
boys looked at me because
she
they're
can't
like,
help it.
"Ma, you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good." And they said, "Well, what's wrong?" I said, "You know, all of this is yours. We didn't buy this for mommy and daddy. Yeah, we're gonna live here
Go
until the
ahead,
day we
girl.
die,
I like how
but
this ended.
we didn't buy this for us. We bought this for you guys." And the reason why I point that out is because I know that my children, I'm gonna say I'm 90% sure that when our time is up on this earth and we have this house and it goes to our children, if anything, they're not going to sell this house. This is going to be something that they're going to keep in their family. No different than the land that Billy's parents have. We aim to keep it in the family. We aim not to let anybody else come and buy it because if nothing else, even if nobody, I mean, even if we don't sell, we can hunt it, we can farm it. We keep that land, and that's your great grandfather's land, you know, and we still are holding on to that to this day. And that was the point that I was making, into where I can even say honestly that if it were left up to the younger generation and some of the older generation, they would have sold it already. They would have sold it already. The white man can go and offer him $15,000 for this land, right? That his parents have, that his mother has, and they ready to sell it. But then when his mother says, "Well, I'll give you 15,000 and just sell me your shares of the land," oh, now it's 30,000. So that's where I'm going back to the point where, we have to invest into our children. And what Billy was saying is so accurate, because he sees mom and dad work their ass off, whether when I was working, stay at home, that we pay the bills and we budget and everything like that. They know that it doesn't come easy. So they know that when they get older, if they want to have the equivalent of what they were raised in, that they have to go out and work for it. There's no other option. There's no other option. So I just wanted to give
And
that
to your point,
example because he was there with me and y'all was talking about it. I gotta blow my nose. Hold on.
well, to your point, one thing that pissed me off about some of our family members is that we owned a whole lot of acreage at one point, and whoever had control of that land, they the exact same thing that Jessica alluded to was they were offered a lump sum of particular money. Black folks, they ain't never seen that much money at one time. So their minds is blown with that sum of money because they've never seen it before in one fell swoop. So they sold that property.
Yep.
And I didn't know this until because it happened when I was young. I didn't know anything about any of that. But when I was older and they was telling me the story of it, because I remember the house that was on there because my uncle used to stay in it because he was an excellent cook, and he would be there. And that would be the house to go to get this chef's cooking and all this other stuff. So I remembered the property, but whoever the house actually belonged to, because I don't think it belonged to him. But anyway, they sold the property, and years later, they turned it into a golf course, a full-fledged golf course. Now, in my mind, the way I think, they're going to rent that property from me. I'm not going to sell it. If they want it and they want to build something on it, they're going to rent it for as long as that golf course exists. They're not going to just all out buy it from me. They're going to rent it because now I'm going to have residual income for the rest of my freaking life. Every month or every year, however they want to pay it, they're going to be paying it to me. If I owe that many acres and somebody's offering me a lump sum of whatever it was, first of all, if it's that easy to offer me a lump sum of whatever that is, it's worth more than that.
There you go.
It's worth
But you
way
know what?
more than that.
It's funny you said that. That same exact thing happened in my family. They sold some property and they turned it into a golf course. It's a golf course today. Wow. The same exact thing happened.
Wow.
And they sold it for pennies on the dollar. You know, I mean, but it comes down to valuing things. I mean, it's tough. Like, and my wife just gave you a real example of how it is. And I don't, and this pisses me off about black people. Your own family. Oh, we want to sell it. Oh, well, white man offered us $20,000 and everything. Oh, let's sell it. And my mom has actually done this. She'll be like, well, we'll buy it for $20,000. Oh, no. 40,000 now. Right in her face. Told her, well, 40. My mom said, you better sell it to the white man for 20. Why you want to sell it to me? What's the issue? Stuff like that. I'm like, yo, are you serious? And these are brothers and sisters. These are brothers and
Yeah.
sisters. They don't want the land anymore.
Yeah.
They don't value it. They don't do
nothing.
nothing with the land. They don't do anything with the land. They don't
Mom and
touch it.
dad do.
My mom and dad take care of that land. They take care of the taxes. They make sure that it gets farmed to keep the value up. They do nothing. All they want is money. That's it.
All right.
Like whatever you get from the crops.
That's it.
They don't care about anything else. If they didn't get any, I mean, because they feel like they don't value, they're ready to sell it. Every chance they get, they want to sell it. The only reason we still have it is because of my mom and my dad. It will be gone, all of it. They will sell it today.
And they got a cemetery.
Yeah, and they got a cemetery on it. We got the cemetery on it. Everything. They want to sell it. They want to sell it.
Well, that's protected property now. That's protected property now. That's family
Right, yeah,
property. The government,
that's protected.
nobody can do. They can't do anything with it now.
Yeah,
but the family can still try to sell it.
yeah, but they want to sell. They want to sell the land. That port. Yeah, they want to sell their portions. And I mean, they just want to give it away. They see it as they said they worked like dogs and slaves on those fields, you know, growing up as kids. When they look at it, they just see it as just blood, sweat, and tears. But now you're gonna give it away because you hate looking at it? Are you crazy?
And you don't even look at it.
And you don't even look
makes
at
sense.
it.
I don't think the land more than them.
Yeah, that's their reasoning. It's I work like a dog on that field. Oh, I hate it. They want to sell it.
Where's the cord?
Stuff like that. They don't value
It's about money. That's all.
Right, it's money.
And
But
the
my
bad
thing is,
part is
but the
that
thing is, $20,000. It's 10 of them.
by the time you split it, they got grocery money.
Split $20,000 between 10 kids. What you getting? Taxes. What you getting?
That's nothing.
It's
That's
nothing.
nothing.
You got grocery money for 1 month.
That's nothing. But stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. You know, so it's rough. It's rough.
It's a lot of ignorance that comes with it. It's a lot of ignorance and financial illiteracy, because if they understood what ownership, that like Maurice was talking about, was that ownership. If they understood, if we as Black people understood how much ownership means, that we would stop being frivolous with the things that we do have. Like you can't build any wealth. You can't build wealth. Why do you think Bill Gates is buying up all this Midwestern land and all this other stuff? Land equals wealth. We can go all the way back. If we talking about history, we can go back to Plymouth Rock landed on us. Okay, well, when them jokers came over from Europe, they were given. It was y'all remember the Homestead Act, right?
Right.
They were literally given land. They were given land. They didn't earn that land. The land was stolen. First of all, let's just be clear about that. The land was stolen. All right, and then that land was portioned off and given to those who were coming from overseas. All these immigrants, they was coming overseas. They were established and they got land gifted to them. They didn't work hard for that land. They didn't cultivate that land. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears literally came from these Native Americans and Black Native Americans who cultivated these farms, these Black cowboys and stuff like that. Like the history is deep, but they want to sit there and say, well, the Indians and the Pilgrims sat in a long table and ate dinner together. No, that's not how that works. No. And anybody that's got freaking sense when they get adults, because we didn't know no better when we were kids. We dressed up as the Pilgrims and Indians too. But my whole point is that when we are sitting here and we stay in our ignorance and we don't freaking learn stuff, that's when any kind of possible wealth is lost. Because we don't do anything. The thing about us Black folks that I cannot stand is that you can be given the blueprint and you will not read it. You will not follow directions and you will not make any sacrifices to keep it, maintain it, and fight for it because it's too much work.
They want a handout. They want a handout. Right. They want a handout. Yep, instant gratification.
That's what pisses me off. And we're a genius race. You're a genius race.
The one thing I can add to all that is people see ownership in one of two different ways. Some people see ownership as as something that I can trade for another value.
Mhm.
And other people see ownership as a gold mine that will consistently give me value. Right? That's what farmland is about. Farmland wasn't about how much of this I can divide it up and section it off to give away to somebody else for another piece of value. They saw it as a gold mine. That's where I continually get my gold from. It will continually produce me with something that I can consume constantly and potentially sell off the excess. Right? This is the concept of ownership. But like all of the stories you're telling me is none of these people that are selling these properties actually cultivated that property.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have the concept of ownership. Right? It's not until you actually have that concept of ownership, you had to buy that with your own paycheck. You put some blood, sweat, and tears into earning something so that you can actually obtain this thing. You're not just going to part with it all willy-nilly without at least some very serious thought. But if you could see it, if all you see it is that somebody else's, you don't see it as yours. You see it as somebody else's, because it's mama's house. It's big mama's house. It's big daddy's house, right? That's somebody else's. So I'm going to extract as much value out of it as I can. Right? This is a whole mentality type thing.
But the bad part is that a lot of times they don't even make enough money to sustain. So, like for example, we've had numerous conversations because one day the land will likely go to William and Ethan. And let's say, God forbid, something happened to Billy, I would be probably above the estate, but it would not go to my name because it's not my land. And I always have made the promise that I will not sell that. Please do not jump on me. Oh God, there's a bug. Oh shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You should talk nicely to the bug too. You should talk nicely to the bug. You didn't talk nasty to the bug. I don't like that. You gotta talk nice to the bug too.
Nope. Okay.
Bugs like.
But like I've always guaranteed, not just Billy, but his parents and everybody else, that unless it brought forth generational wealth, that I would not sell their land. I would not sell it. So unless they want to build a jail, a highway, a hospital, and I can give everybody a couple of $1 million. And when I say everybody, I'm talking about grandchildren too. It ain't just gonna be Jessica, William, Ethan, Monica. I'm talking about grandchildren, the grandchildren of the ones that have passed. If I can't make everybody rich, we just gonna keep it. I'm not selling it because it has history.
Like you're a fool for selling a gold mine that's still producing gold.
Right. It has, and not only that, it has history. We can literally go to that land and I can say, hey, there's your great grandfather, there's your great great grandfather, your grandmother, and I don't know who this person is because they was at the church and they needed a place to get buried. But overall, like there's history there. I remember one time me and Billy was riding, and he said, "They're going to shack my daddy was born in." That thing's still there. It's towed down now. Don't get it twisted, but it's still there. So I can literally take my children, if I wanted to, and say, "Hey, that's where your papa was born." I don't know. People just don't. Oh, sorry about the interruptions, but yeah, there's a huge horse fly in here.
I think that's one of the things that I think the African diaspora has the hardest concept with is establishing new roots. Because there is this, I remember there was, especially in the 80s, it was big to try to reestablish the roots back in Africa. But it didn't quite hold because for the most part, Africans don't really like Black Americans.
That's
And
very
you
true.
know,
That's very
yeah,
true.
yeah. So, you know, because you're two different people. You know, the skin color might be the same, but y'all are two different people. You know, same thing. Haitians are not Black Americans. Black Americans are not Jamaicans. Jamaicans are not Africans.
Right.
We're very different people.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely have some similarities, but not enough to say there's an actual commonality in our historical reverence. And I think one thing that's lacking in a lot of the diaspora, specifically the African diaspora, is that lack of root building. Like, we just don't build a comprehensive enough set of roots.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's tough. I can probably talk about this all day too, but it's tough when like you said, ownership, valuing things. People just, I don't know. That's why I say history. Y'all may call me crazy because I say they can, in my opinion, they can get rid of history in school. I'd rather the family take care of the history part. Get your family history straight. Let your parents or whoever you live with tell you about history. Because I know my parents used to tell me about history all the time. And when I went to school, the things that they would tell me, I would never hear about. Yeah, it would be different and I would never hear about it in school. Like when I was in school, I never heard about Nat Turner. Nobody said anything about Nat Turner when I was in school. Like you said, Black Wall Street, they didn't talk about, they told me all about the white folk stuff. They told me that stuff. You know, I didn't get that. I can get the history from home, hands down. That's why I don't really care about the history stuff. And they could really cut the school day in half, in my opinion.
Man, if you want to talk about
half of the stuff the kids get in school is fluff, you know. But
all fluff, yes.
I mean, if you want to talk about altering the school day, all right, we can talk, because I went to a technical high school, a vocational high school.
Right.
It was the best experience I ever had.
Of course.
Because I was able to do a whole trade one week and then go do my academics another week. You know, with the school year is 180 days. In a trade school, you only get 90 days of the school year. The other 90 days you're doing, and you got to complete your high school diploma in 90 days, essentially. So 90 days out of the year, you got to do enough work to get a high school diploma. And then on top of that, you're learning a trade. And it was like that. Those 90 days, imagine 90 days. That's 3 months. 3 months. That means, what are these other high school doers doing for 180 days? They ain't doing nothing, right? So you could do that whole experience. Like, I'm a firm believer that there should be more apprenticeship type systems for different types of jobs, not just the trades. Just anybody that's looking for an entry level, like any business out there that's looking for an entry level, like let's say Dedrick, you know, he's made his empire and a cookie empire, and he's like, you know, and he's got enough money now. He has a whole HR department, and part of the HR department is an apprenticeship program that constantly cycles high schoolers, 14 to 18. Through the learning process of what it means to be an entry level in the one of his employees. That, I mean, and not get paid. It'll be unpaid. So now Cedric doesn't have to carry the burden other than the time that he has to spend. They get the education that they're supposed to get. I mean, you want to call it slave labor, fine, whatever. I don't care whether that title, you know, because what it is it's an exchange, because these kids are getting the information that they need. Right. And then also Dedrick is getting some labor, but it's not very quality labor either. So it's not labor you would ever pay for. And then you end up in a situation where these kids now have a little bit of understanding of how certain business goes. They can go out and produce their own things, and the cycle continues. This sitting in class, damn, kill it.
Well, we also have to remember that school now is pretty much a babysitter. And that's
Yeah, no, that's what they use
matter
it
of
for.
fact, I was gonna say that earlier there was a time where William came. I don't need the camera. Where William came home and he had a project to do, and they were talking about John D. Rockefeller. And the stuff that they were saying about John D. Rockefeller, I was like, oh my God, they're lying so bad, right? And because we all know John D. Rockefeller said he wants employees, right? That's what he's trying to build. Well, what he was trying to build. Well, no, what he did build. I'm sorry. That they go to school. They clock in the morning. They get marked present. So that's your clock in. They do some work. Then they clock out for lunch. Then they clock back in. Then they do some more work. Got a couple of breaks in between that time. And then they go home, right? And when I was looking at his report and the things that they were saying, it was like they made John D. Rockefeller out to be like the best innovative person in the world. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, so we're going to do this project because I want you to get an A. So we're going to go over this. But then I'm going to teach you the truth about what this actually means. And my son was like, oh, you know what? You're right. It all makes sense. You know, so again, it's like, what are they really teaching our children? And then as far as like you said, the school day, and like Billy said, Billy's always said this. He said, I can cut the school day in half. They're babysitters.
Yeah.
Because guess what else you need? If you want employees, if you want to build employees for your future, you have to have employees now, right? Yep. What do your employees need to go to work? They need a babysitter.
Yep.
So instead of having a 4-hour day or a 5-hour day, they have an 8-hour day, a 9-hour day, after school program, before school program, sports and whatever other activities they have, so that they can keep these children occupied so that the parents can do what? They can go to work and be a part of the workforce.
Yep. And then that's where feminism comes in, try to pull women out of their households because there wasn't that's where feminism comes in, pulling women out of the household so that they can head to work instead of raising these kids.
Right.
Because there was basically, if they had to pay a man $20 an hour to do a job, they can now pay him $10 because they can get a woman in there to work as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's really that simple.
It really is. I mean, it's not rocket science. That's why one of the things that me and Billy discussed before we even had children is when we have children, I'm staying home. I'm not paying somebody else to watch my children. I'm staying home. I'm taking care of our children. I'm taking care of our household. Now, if you need me to go to work, obviously I will, but let's plan for the future. Let's save. Let's do IRAs. Let's do investments. Let's do whatever savings, whatever it is we need to do. Because once this baby comes out, Jessica's staying home. I'm not going to work. I'm not doing it. But again, just going back to, the whole school system and history and what we're taught, and school is not what it used to be. School back in the days, it was basic. They taught the basic things that you needed to know. That's like, I know both of y'all have probably ran across the video of like kids in China. I don't know if it's China or Japan, Korea. I'm not sure which one. I just know it's an Asian location.
I mean, those videos are hand selected from very special schools, but yeah, I got you.
But they're learning things like how to cook. They don't have janitors in their school because the kids will clean.
Oh, it's Japanese. That's Japan.
Okay, Japan. Things like that. But we don't do that in our schools. We sit them at a desk and we force them to learn things that a lot of it. For example, okay, I'm gonna give y'all one. This is my pet peeve. I hate algebra. I cannot stand algebra. I cannot stand x plus y equals. I can't stand it.
Because you don't like logic. That's why.
No, it's not that. It's because I've never had to use it a day in my life after school.
That's a lie. I'm gonna let you finish.
I have
I'm gonna
not
let you
had
finish.
to use it.
I'm gonna let you finish, and I'm gonna let you know where exactly.
I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say like, well, if this and if that, then this would be that. I know what you're gonna say.
All right.
But the basic concept of algebra, I have never had to use. But they hammered it so much into us, and we spent a whole 180 days learning this crap. I could have been, you know what would have helped me more back in the days when I got 18 and moved out my parents' house? Business economics, budgeting, finance. That would have helped me a lot more than X plus Y. Yeah.
Not algebra. Listen, algebra, all that. Algebra's there for logic. That's what it's there for. It's there to understand how to fill in the empty gaps when there's
I just said that. I knew what you were gonna say.
I know, but that's what it's for. But in order to teach it,
okay, but you don't need a whole 180 days of it. Matter of fact, you don't need a whole 4 years of it.
like I said,
because you got algebra 1, algebra 2, algebra 12.
That's what I'm saying. In order to teach it, you need a common language that people can use. I understand that people get irritated with letters, but if they could have created symbols that you could understand that weren't letters,
you knew what the hell I was saying. See, this is when my tone changed. See how nice I was in the beginning? It only took 1 hour and 41 minutes for me to change my tone with you. You knew what the hell I meant. And you try to get all technical with me.
No, I don't like
damn good and well.
I don't like
ain't no employer ain't no employer sat you down and said what's X plus Y? And you did not one.
Listen, it's not about the letters. It's not about the letters. Algebra has nothing to do with the letters. It has everything to do with logical conceptualization. I
said that. That's why I said
that's what it has to do with. It helps you. It helps you with mental math. It helps you to be able to articulate ideas.
Okay, no, because we don't need because I don't need a 19-minute dissertation on your algebra view. Let's just say, wait. Let's just say we don't need 4 years of algebra.
Back and you were still talking. Come on, let me.
We don't need because you're gonna go on for like 6 minutes about algebra. I already know you.
I'm gonna go on 6 minutes. I'm just.
All I'm saying is we did not need 4 years of algebra. We didn't need it.
Maybe not 4 years. Okay, I'll compromise with you.
Okay.
Maybe not 4 years. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You got 30 seconds.
Common ground. Don't do that. I don't.
No, because you're gonna go on for 6 minutes about algebra, and I don't want to. I hate algebra. I just told you I hate algebra.
No. Listen. You know the best musicians out there? The best actual musicians. The best of the best, the most creative ones, the one that grew in history, are actually very, very good mathematicians.
Oh, what the hell?
Some of the best inventors were great mathematicians, because mathematics actually changes the way. It's no different than how they tell you about, like, when you read a book, you add a wrinkle to your brain. Remember that when they were selling that?
Mm-hmm.
You add a wrinkle to your brain and stuff like that. Because, going through these things and experiencing these things, it actually helps rewire and structure your brain a certain way to think a certain way, and to think in a more concrete, abstract, but an abstract version of the concrete. It helps you create models in your head. That's what it is. And everybody gets on it like, no, yes, you're never going to go to a job and they're going to be like, all right, do you remember how to use y equal mx plus b to be able to find the slope?
You just took this too far.
Do you remember the quadratic formula? No, nobody. You're not going to use those unless that's your field of expertise in the job.
All right. So,
thank you.
I'm gonna go ahead and do my station identification, and we're gonna have some fun in a minute. So, all right. So first and foremost, we want to give a shout out to our sponsors. One of our sponsors, first and foremost, is the Meet the World Image Solutions, whose founder, Dr. Rhonda M. Lawson. is very passionate about bringing people's stories to life. And she does so by helping people with their editing, helping people ghostwrite. By ghostwriting, she is basically trying to get you to the point to where you're a published author and whatnot, because she believes that everyone has a story in them in one way, shape, or form. So if you are curious, if you are an aspiring author, if you're an author and you just need more publicity, you and whatnot, whichever stage that you're in, and it doesn't matter if you're already an author, you're never too good to get some sage advice or to boost your craft and stuff like that and become an even better author. Go to www.mtwimagesolutions.com. All right, that's MTW for Meet the World, imagesolutions.com. And go in there and look at the merchandise, look at all of the branding, look at all that good amazing things. Go get you a mug and whatnot. Go get a lot of our branding things that you'll enjoy. Next thing is my baby, Mr. Craves Cookies, where it's a party in your mouth. You can go to Instagram, find me on Instagram at Mr. Craves Cookies. That's MrCraves Cookies. And that's right there on Instagram. And also you can check me out on TikTok. You can find me on TikTok. And that's at the Mr. Craves. That's THE Mr. MrCraves. All right. That's the Mr. Craves on TikTok. And also, when I see that you follow me, I will send you a full menu so that you can poke around, look around, salivate a little bit, and figure out what you want to order for your next taste sensation. And here on the stage, we have Brother Maurice. He's a musician. He has some very good music. Guys, go to YouTube, check him out. He'll tell you about it right now. Go right ahead, Maurice.
Yeah, come check out my YouTube channel. It's Maxi Studio Music. That's spelled lowercase m, a capital X, lowercase si, Studio Music. Make sure you check that spelling. And yeah, come check out my songs. Like, subscribe, and comment. Like hearing from people.
All right, all right. So this is what we're gonna do real quick. Shake loose all this other talk or whatever. So
Shake
we
it
gonna
off.
see
Shake
if you
it
guys
off.
can. I'm gonna ask you guys a couple of questions. The first one to getting, let's see, 3 answers right, y'all win. I don't know what you win, but you win. So here's the question. All right. Which one of the following words does not belong with the others, and why? Which of the following words does not belong with the others, and give me a reason why it doesn't belong? Okay, y'all ready? So
Ready.
here we go. Maurice, we got now whichever one, Maurice, Jessica, whichever one of y'all answer first, y'all get the point. All right, all right. So here are the words: father, aunt, sister, cousin, mother, uncle. Father, aunt, sister, cousin, mother, uncle. Which one does not belong, and why doesn't that word belong?
I would say cousin, because I think cousin's the furthest from all the other ones. All the others have more of a direct tie.
Okay, all right, all right, all right. Jessica, what do you think?
I'm still processing the question.
The question was which of the following words doesn't belong?
Okay.
And I'm not going to tell Maurice whether or not he's right yet or wrong yet or whatever,
Okay.
because I want to
I
hear
th-
your answer.
Yeah,
And
I rushed it because can I get another answer?
no. So okay, Jessica,
I'm
I
listening.
said which of the following doesn't belong with the others, and why doesn't it belong with the others? So father, aunt, sister, cousin, mother, uncle. Father, aunt, sister, cousin, mother, uncle.
Uncle. Child, I don't know. I'd have to say cousin too, because
Okay.
yeah, father, mother, sister, cousin,
Mother, uncle.
mother, uncle.
What you call me? Mother.
Look,
So what's your final answer? What's your final answer?
I'd actually have to agree with Maurice for once in my life. I don't know. I'm not good at riddles. I keep telling you I'm not good at riddles.
Okay, so I'm gonna give both of y'all a half a point because Maurice, he chose cousin, which is correct, right? But his reason as to why is incorrect. All right. So cousin is the right answer, and the reason why cousin is the right answer is because cousin can be both male or female. All the other ones were a description of a particular sex, right? So both of you get half a point. All right.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So here's the next one. Here's the next one.
Okay.
All right. And where are you from, Jessica? Where are you from? Just give me whatever city. You don't have to be too specific or whatever. But where are you from?
Originally?
You can say originally or where you actually live now. So you can do originally if you want.
Mannheim.
All right. In Mannheim, wherever that is, you cannot take a picture of a man with a wooden leg. Why not? In Mannheim, you cannot take a picture of a man with a wooden leg. Why not? Same question goes for you too, Maurice. In Haiti, wherever you are in Haiti, you cannot take a picture of a man with a wooden leg. Why not?
See, there's too much voodoo in Haiti to be messing around with this question.
Oh no, this is good. This is good. This is good.
A picture of a man with a wooden leg. With a wooden leg. Because it'd be a picture. I don't know.
Picture.
I see what you did there. I see what you
I like it. Picture.
That's all I got. Hold on. Ask Billy. Hold on. Repeat the question for Billy. We doing the riddle now.
Where you from, Billy? Where you from?
Newport News.
All right. Well, dang, we just came from Newport News this weekend.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, we went down to Virginia Beach for the 4th holiday.
Okay. Yeah.
Y'all was closer?
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
You drove past it.
I showed up for the call, y'all.
Yeah, you drove past
You drove past it. You went up 95 to 64.
Oh man. Okay. Well, dang, that's messed up. Okay. So the question was in Newport News, you cannot take a picture of a man with a wooden leg. Why not? In Newport News, you cannot take a picture of a man with a wooden leg. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Y'all thinking too hard now. Listen to
because there's no man in Newport News with a wooden leg.
Yeah. So you cannot take a picture of a man with a wooden leg. Why not? The answer is in the question. The answer is literally in the question. And when you hear the answer, you're gonna be like, oh man. So don't think too hard.
Because I'm not with the man in Newport News.
Huh?
Because I'm not with the man in Newport News.
Oh, Lord. You know what?
I mean, I was gonna say because I ain't there.
Right, so
I ain't there.
I can take a picture. I mean,
there you go.
You give up, Maurice? You give up?
I can't.
Y'all gave up. Okay. You're gonna need a camera. You can't take a picture with nobody with a wooden leg. You need a camera.
Oh shoot.
There you go.
Oh shoot. No, I'm gonna take that wooden leg and beat you over the head with it.
All right. So okay.
Right.
All right, here's one that's easy. All right. A pair of twins is how many people?
Two.
Four.
Four. Yeah, four. Pair of twins. Four.
All right, so a pair of socks is 4 socks. Stop playing around. Pair of twins is 2 people.
All right. Is that your final answer?
That's mine.
Maurice?
2 people.
Pair of
All
twins.
right.
No, I say
So what's-
four.
I say four.
All right. So Maurice, the point goes to Maurice. A pair.
I told you.
is 2 people.
A pair of socks is
And
4
if you
socks.
talk- And if you talk to one of the twins, that's considered a twin. That's one of the twins. That's one twin.
Twin.
That's the second twin. So
Yeah.
a pair of twins is 2 twins. Is 2 people.
Welcome to the English language.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Oh, don't let Haitian play you in your own language. Ah.
That's stupid.
All right, so what do you call a cow with no legs?
What are you talking about, cow? It's called a steak.
Well, you got a point there. You know.
Yeah, he does.
But that's not the answer.
That's not the answer though.
Cow with no legs.
Um,
I have no idea. I can't think of it.
and watch it be simple as a mug. Watch.
It is.
It is. Because like you said, the answer's in the phrase.
Oh, Lord. Oh,
He
In
Lord.
the
gets
question,
me with
the
these
answer's
all
in
the
the question.
time.
Y'all ready?
I'm ready. I can't. I'm
Ground
not-
beef.
All right.
That was
Okay.
so corny.
So how many 3-cent stamps are there in a dozen? First person.
Four.
How many 3-cent stamps are there
12.
in a dozen?
12.
Oh, you said in a dozen.
12. The
Yeah.
answer is 12.
Oh.
You heard my answer right.
Right.
Yeah, all right. Just so we good.
Yeah, how many?
Yeah.
Are y'all still contemplating that answer?
Yeah.
He said four.
Yeah, 4. You said 4. You heard him. That's the teacher right there,
All
too.
right.
3 times 4
Teacher got it.
All right, Maurice.
I'm making money. Y'all keep track of my points. How much is that?
That's 2.5.
Billy said 12.
No. He stole my answer.
Oh.
Don't steal. Don't do that.
What
Yeah,
you
don't
said,
do that.
Billy?
You said 4. Everybody heard you say 4. Don't steal my answer. That's all right.
You said how many 3-cent stamps are in a dozen?
Yeah.
And he teaches.
You know what you should do? You should.
You said how many 3-cent stamps are in a dozen?
Yeah. You know what help you with that? Algebra. Algebra will help you with that.
I'm mad
3
at
times
y'all
12.
for even
3 times 12.
thinking about it this
36.
hard.
36.
Oh God! Oh, it's getting worse. Maurice.
No, that's what Jessica said.
What? In a dozen?
Damn.
3 times
I
Yo,
said 12.
Right under the bus. Right under
12.
the bus. You didn't
12.
hesitate. Right under the bus.
How many 3-cent stamps are in a dozen?
Yeah. Nah.
I don't like this game.
That's my point. That's my point. My point.
I don't
12.
like this game.
12.
This game sucks.
Is that your
It's
final
still-
answer? Is that your final answer, Billy?
I said 4.
Yeah. 4. I told you.
Okay.
We heard 4. I heard 4 the first time too.
It can be.
Four.
I don't care what the denomination is on the stamp. A dozen is still gonna be a dozen.
12, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 12.
See y'all.
I said that too, though. I said 4.
Look, hey, Billy, you know good and well you said 4 with your chest. You said 4 with your chest.
You said we destroyed each other
Jessica
in
said
the bus.
36. Jessica said 36.
Yeah.
I don't do math. I don't even know the kids
Listen,
with math.
with teammates like that, I'm glad I'm on a team by myself. I love
That
it.
is too funny. That is too
Woo!
funny.
They said he's the dumb one. No, she the dumb one.
You said what?
No, now he's just talking about
No,
y'all speaking
no,
with each other.
don't give me the phone back. I'm not talking to Maurice the rest of the night.
Oh man.
Okay. All right. So Maurice got what? 2.5.
2.5. I'll take it, baby.
And then Jessica got a half, and then Billy got 0. Okay, let's go. Okay. So and all right. And okay, so in Jessica's cabin, in her cottage, y'all got a cottage. So in Jessica's cottage,
Stop.
when the temperature was below freezing, there was a newspaper, a fireplace, some kindling, and a kerosene lamp. What should you light first? In her cottage, where the temperature was falling below 0, there was a newspaper, a fireplace, some kindling, and a kerosene lamp. What should you light first?
I got my answer, but they're gonna feel it, so I'm not gonna.
Okay, we'll let them answer first this
I'm
time.
not playing.
You know what? You know what?
You probably like me.
Look at it. You got no confidence in himself anymore. Don't do that. You got. Don't do that.
You can do it.
No, I'm gonna like the Well, nah, this is a trick question.
See, you got no confidence. You gotta have more confidence in
Well,
yourself.
I would say I'm gonna like the kerosene lamp first.
Lock it in. Don't play around with me. Lock it in.
It's locked in.
All right.
That's your word.
All right.
That's your word.
You next.
I'm lighting the match first.
You didn't say nothing about matches.
See?
I know he didn't say nothing about no matches, but how you gonna start a fire without no matches? And y'all supposed to be in the wilderness? I ain't going out nowhere with y'all.
Man.
I ain't going camping. I ain't going hiking with y'all. Y'all gonna kill me. That's what you're gonna do. Like this one over here, you think he's smart. We gonna kill him first.
That's that Haitian life. We don't know nothing about that Haitian life.
Oh,
gotta
man.
strike the match. You right.
All right. Okay. So that's oh man, what is that? What I said 2.5? You had 2.5, Maurice?
No, that was 3 points right there.
Maurice got 3.5 now.
3.5.
You can have my point. I ain't playing with that.
Look at it. So a loser.
All right.
It's all right.
Okay. So I'm going back to Jessica and Billy. Now, this is the easiest question you're gonna have for the night. Y'all better get this one. In our calendar, some months have 30 days and some have 31 days.
Yeah, I've heard this one already.
How many months have 28 days? Listen before you answer.
1.
Listen before you answer.
All right.
In our calendar, some months have 30 days, some months have 31 days.
I don't even want this point because I know the answer already. I don't want it.
How many months have 28 days? Y'all thinking too hard.
Look at me. I said I ain't playing no more.
Y'all thinking too hard. Come on now. Y'all got
I
this.
said
This is
one.
easy.
None.
This is easy.
Listen,
None.
we're not taking anything from you until you say I'm locking it in. That's it.
Don't
say it.
you say it yet.
Say lock it in.
Better
We
think
ain't
about
getting
what
no
you about to
cookies
say.
or nothing anyway.
Some months have 30 days, some have 31 days. How many months have 28 days?
All of them. All of them.
All right. Is you locking
All
that in?
right. All right. All of them. There it is.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it right. I got it
You
right,
locking
right?
that in?
I'm locking it in.
All right. Maurice, what's your answer?
All of them.
All right. All right. All right. Congratulations, Billy. Congratulations. All right. All right.
See, I can't answer.
Oh, because all of them.
Oh, that's
No,
too
it's
funny.
got
She still lost. She still lost. She's like, nah. The answer right. Everybody know the answer right, but she over there, nah.
No, that's good. That's not what I said.
Oh,
She looking at Billy. No, you said it
no.
the first time. It was just one. Because ain't but one got 28 days.
My thought process on that question was a little deeper, so that's why I couldn't answer that.
You see that was a very shallow question. You shouldn't have even gone over in that deep end over there. You shouldn't have gone over there.
Yeah, I went deep. Because I'm going to the 13 month.
No,
I'm going to the 13-month calendar, not the 12-month calendar.
See, that's what happens when people got long legs. They always want to be going over there in them deep waters and stuff.
I can't help that.
You ain't right. You ain't
Oh.
right.
Hold on. What do you? Billy said to ask, what do you call a piece of wood that has nothing to do? He told me to ask you that.
Oh, I got it. I'll let you rock though. I know what it is.
Bored.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Okay.
Yours wasn't even hard. You got to do better.
Now she's mad at you. She's just looking for something to get mad at. Now she's mad at you.
Right.
Do better. You know what? Get out my face. I love you too. Get out my face.
Congratulations, Maurice. You won this round.
You already knew who was gonna win from the beginning. Come on now.
And I'm gonna throw a wild card one out there. In what year did Christmas and New Year fall in the same year?
Christmas and New Year?
Mm-hmm.
Every year? I don't know what they're doing. I guess they went to go make up or something.
Well, that was, I know, right? That was
quick.
Card.
That was quick. They already back.
Card. You good. That was a wild card. Yeah, that was a wild card. That's, Congratulations. All right, so let me go ahead and get out of here because it's been 2 hours already. So, but thank you guys for locking it in with us and whatnot. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Billy and Miss Phenomenal for playing.
I told you.
Y'all too funny, boy. Y'all too funny.
I tell you, I'm never going camping with these people. I'm not.
Good. We don't want you to come anyways.
Good. They'd leave me for dead. They just wake up and watch.
I sure would. You'd be the first one down. You better bring that gallon. Look, you better bring that gallon jug of water with you that you always sipping on the show.
Don't worry.
God, you did.
Wherever I make a plan A, I make a plan B. Don't worry about it.
You better make a plan C, D, E, F, G.
Sure.
Oh, she's showing off now. Oh, now she know her alphabet now. She's showing off.
Yeah. I mean, that's as far as she went, though. She didn't go much farther than that. So,
Look, we all knew I was going to say something about Maurice eventually.
That had to happen.
Come on now. We can't go through a whole show and me not be mean to Maurice.
Lord
At least
have
once.
that's what's up.
It's all in love, though.
Always.
Lord have mercy. Lord. But y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. We're going to have another fun show next week and whatnot. So I hope you all had a good 4th of July and stuff like that. And if you're watching, that means you made it through. You know what I mean?
All 10 fingers.
Right.
All 10 fingers.
Right. You didn't hold a firecracker, you know what I'm saying? An M80. That's what you call it, M80s.
Oh man, the M80s.
Man.
That's like a half a stick of dynamite, right?
Man, look.
Crazy. You gonna hold that in your hand?
I couldn't understand how the NFL player, what's his name? He played for the Giants at one point. That's what he did.
I don't know his name, but he blew 4 fingers off.
Yeah, man. Oh my God.
He must, because he probably was like drunk or whatever. And drunk and fireworks don't mix, bro.
And then he didn't have nobody around him that cared about him at all. Because there ain't no way.
Nah, sometimes you gotta let stupid people do stupid things. If you that stupid to come up with that idea, this is one. If you my friend, I'm letting it happen.
No, I ain't letting it happen.
No. Let's be real. You my friend, and I've decided that you my friend, and you come up with that stupid of ideas, and I had a conversation with you about how that's a stupid ass idea. We're gonna let it run. All right. I'm gonna be over here with 91191 waiting on the other one. Because I'm gonna do my due diligence on the after. But you a grown man. Go ahead, do your thing. Rock, bro. Let's see how it flows. You got all the information now.
Oh my goodness. Well, on behalf of me, Dedrick, the Cookie Man, Miss Phenomenal, Mrs. Fields, and our amazing guest, Mr. Maurice, with Maxi Studios, Maxi's Music, Maxi Productions. Thank y'all. I will talk to y'all. We will see y'all next week. Same time, same place, same food. I'm gonna see y'all later.